And that's why she was so helpful, because when we got this house, she was so, I'm gonna start crying because you have no idea what you've done for us.
Oh.
I met her in a club down in Old Town.
Ding dong.
Hello. Drink and the taste is like
I'm Ian. Must be Nicky.
I'm gonna cry because I'm starstruck.
This one's starstruck.
Hey Ian, pleasure.
Hi, J. Michael.
Yep, it's
Justin. How you doing?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
We have been watching you guys for 3 years.
You've got guests. What do you do with guests? Take a seat. Have a drink. I'm excited.
Did you take notes?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys have a kind of a unique situation because you came across the seas. You know, you were looking to move from England to the United States, and certainly real estate in England is handled completely different. Liz, I know you're from Detroit, so you know that, but
I particularly wanted to go to Punta Gorda.
Sarasota.
You didn't. You wanted to be in the middle.
I wanted to, I didn't want,
Because
I
you
said,
were-
I don't want it to be near the hurricanes, I want to be in the middle.
We were worried particularly about hurricanes, right?
Yeah.
So then we started looking here. Then, as part of our investigations online, we were watching your videos. We were watching all those, and then we saw the one with Clarence. And we said, well, hey, that's what we need. We need an English person that understands the English market, because it can take, 3 months is about the average. Ours took 5 months from the people coming in and saying, making an offer, to actually moving in. It took
Wow.
5 months.
Yeah, closings take a long
Yeah.
time.
And so, what online sort of made you whittle down to obviously hurricanes, but Leesburg and Ocala opposed to the other markets?
Well, we watched a lot of your videos comparing all the different 55 communities. We knew we wanted to be in 55, and we had criteria. We had like 10 things that we wanted to tick off our list. First, started looking at the villages, but for us, I'm not country girl like Claire, but I'm rural. This is pretty rural here. And we do have to drive a little ways, but we don't mind that, because we found out this community has its own restaurant and everything's here. I did not want to live in the villages after watching over and over again. I think the people in the villages remind me, I could be wrong, it was a little bit too fast-paced for me, and it was more like the jocks and the cheerleaders that were living there. I didn't want to live amongst the jocks and cheerleaders. I wanted to live among the C students who were taking sewing classes and, but anyway, it's very active here, and actually you could make it as active. There are so many people that don't come out. But we have golf cart parades, and when you drive by, we've decorated our golf cart and done parades too. You can literally see the old people in their wheelchairs coming up to the window to,
look,
Yeah.
So
so we understand that everybody's mobile, in this community, but it's great because it's a new wave, it seems to us, it's a new wave of new people coming in here.
Yeah,
It's been a lot of
always.
fun.
What was that? And you guys have mentioned when you got here, you've met a ton of people.
A ton.
And I think that's, we preach it all the time, but that's seems to be the really special thing that happens in 55 plus communities, is you get this sense of community. Was it what you expected? Was it better than what you
It's
expected?
better.
It's not what I expected. In the UK, we knew our neighbours on one side. The house was attached to the next house, and we hardly knew it. The wife had died 6 months earlier, we hadn't noticed.
We didn't-
That's in a house that's attached to us,
wow.
Here, we know everybody around us, and they have made sure that we do know them, as we have done with any new neighbours that come.
I love this community. It's got everything we want. It's got the guard at the gate, the pool, everything.
And
We're
now
not our
the
grass.
center of the state, you like the center of the state. Have you visited the beaches a little bit?
My brother lives in Bradenton, so
nice.
it's nice down there.
Oh, you got family not too far.
Yeah, and he moved here when we bought this house here. He says, okay, well, I'm gonna retire too, so he went down to Bradenton. But no, we love it here so much that we're buying another house.
Buying another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then, so I think that's another important thing, because it definitely happens. You guys bought remote, so sight unseen. How was that experience? And then did you guys make any mistakes or anything you would suggest to someone else buying sight unseen? Now in retrospect.
No, it's all, well, because of the market, we had to jump on.
Yeah.
He was really hesitant. Oh, I spent all this money and I haven't even seen the house. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's scary.
but honey, look, the house we just looked at has just dropped up 20,000 in price,
Yeah.
So we just made a leap of faith based on her commitment to us. That's,
So Claire actually came down and live on camera across the seas or oceans, whatever.
On a WhatsApp or
Yeah,
whatever.
on a WhatsApp. She took us around the house, and then actually got in the car and drove around the community for us.
Aww.
So you guys have decided to you love the community and you
Yeah.
found another house and you
Yeah.
wanted an extra bedroom.
yes.
Correct.
We have 5 children,
Well-
so we kind of knew when we were going to come here, we are going to have to get something. And
Yeah.
this has held us over. And we were able to find out that we love the community. And we have made wonderful friends here. And we still have more friends to make. And we want to do it here.
How was working with Claire?
Awesome. Effortless. It's been real smooth. I just feel like she's taken all the heat off, We ask her a question and she just answers it, not as if she's trying to like move us left or right like a pawn piece. Well, you could do this or you could do this. And, okay, so if we have a question about this or this, then she would just, it's up to you. But this is your options. Okay. So we would just make a decision and we would tell her. And she'd be okay with it, whatever we decided. So I like that. I like that about her. And it just, the opportunity came up when we decided we were going to buy. So we called her, we're going to use her again.
Did you look at any other communities in Ocala?
We're on top of the world,
Okra.
Oak Run and Ocala Farms,
Oh yeah, the trio.
and then this one.
The other communities were stick-built. And he, all of a sudden, he's like, hurricanes and stuff, I don't think I want a stick-built house. So, and I didn't want to live in a subdivision too where they were continually building new houses because there'd be dirt trucks coming in and out. And I wanted a community that was already established,
Yeah.
trees were mature.
Yeah.
The other thing we liked here was the low HOA.
Right, that was inviting for what it had.
And the internet and cable were included, the security's included, the gym's included. So,
What's
And
what's
the
the
loan,
HOA in
isn't
there?
it?
294.
294.
294. Oh, that's really good.
And it includes the loan cutting as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Wow. And we've been asking people if there's anything they could go back and like redo when they started their journey. Now that they're here, what would they change?
So we made the mistake of contacting a realtor from the UK. The realtor was selling the house, and we got constant bombardment from that realtor afterwards. And that's one of the things one of the reasons why we contacted Claire. And although I can be a bit bullish when I speak to people, we did quite make it plain to Claire, this is what we want to look at, and that's it. And she followed up with that. She didn't constantly bombard us. She just gave us a search, sent us a link with the search into the houses that we were looking at, and that was it. That was great, and that's one of the reasons why we came back.
We did a lot of research on your videos, your YouTubes are very, very helpful for us. So I recommend do that. And obviously, I can't. We weren't going to be able to fly over here and spend 5 days and do the life thing. So we had to know what size house we wanted, what kind of house we wanted, what was important to us. And price range, obviously, we had to look for that. How much was HOA? So we checked those things out. And we were narrowing it down. And when we started getting closer and closer to where we wanted to be, we knew we wanted to be in the center of the state. And Claire sort of helped us. It's like, well, we don't know where to look. We want to be rural. We want to be So, and we also kind of said to her, I don't know if she remembers this, but we kind of know what we want. So if we do find something as we're looking, we'll get in touch with her, and then she could give us more information about that. And
So having that single agent looking out for you guys.
Looking out for us. And you found us the house.
And then she listened to you too.
Right, and she was like, oh, because she had some questions about our furniture. Are you bringing furniture with you? Because she understood all that. And that's why she was so helpful, because when we got this house, she was, I'm gonna start crying because you have no idea what you've done for us.
Oh,
And she says, look, I'm working with this client that's got this furniture. Are you interested in some furniture? Well, what does it look like, you know? Well, you know, and she took all her time and sent us photographs of these furniture and all this stuff. And she goes, I know what it's gonna be like moving from another country because you won't have anything. Now, I'm not gonna say she's gonna give the service to everybody. Just to make it a funny story, really. How much does he want for her? She goes, I don't know. Make an offer. So he, being English and cheap, he's like, $750. So she comes back to us the next guy, fine, sold.
You
So,
overpaid, maybe. Took it right away, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
so anyway, when we got here, her and her husband came. She probably came with somebody else too. Bed set up, sheets were on it,
oh.
dressers were set up, lamps, all kinds of stuff. It was just all over the house. And I went, oh my God.
She went out and got us sheets for the bed, knives and forks, kettle,
Plates,
Oh, yeah.
plates.
a kettle, I think tea bags and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
came here our first
Yeah.
night. It was like, I felt like crying. I'm like, oh my God, look what she's done for us.
Oh.
That was fantastic.
Kim and Tom, that's his children.
I noticed you
Hi, Kim and Tom.
I
Abby, Troy, and Eric, those are mine.
I don't think we ever really introduced them, but that was Liz and Ian. Liz and Ian, thank you guys so much. That was awesome. Really appreciated talking to you. Obviously, Claire. I think we rolled into it. We didn't even really.
Yeah,
Yes,
We
that's
just started
right.
going.
Oh, my
But-
goodness.
Anyways, if you want to get connected with Claire, if you're from the UK, just reach out. Or any of the agents that specialize in 55 plus communities, just visit the website explore55plus.com. Well, especially if you're from the UK.
You could do
You can
Nicky
be
because
from-
Nicky does an amazing English
I
accent.
do. Ta, everybody. No, and now I sound like I can't. Ta, that's thank you.
What is this thing?